What's up, guys, and welcome back to Junkyard Truck. If you're enjoying this series, make sure to leave a like on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we produced every flavor of moonshine known to man, but we couldn't quite get it all sold because our truck here is a complete and total piece of Sorry about that, I must have blacked out there for a second. So today we're going to be fixing this thing up by replacing its current engine with the engine that I accidentally purchased a few episodes back, which is of course our 3-liter Toogii. It's not going to be as simple as just taking the old one out and slapping this new one in, though. As you can probably tell, a couple of parts on this thing aren't in the best condition. So we will have to sort of take it apart, that way we know which parts we have to buy brand new. The valve cover is really rusty. Now, do we need to replace it? Probably not, but if this were real life, the rust on there would definitely make it difficult to get a good seal. Surprisingly, the camshafts look like they're in relatively good shape still. We're gonna have to tear it all down, of course, that way we can access the bottom end and whatnot. I'm having a heck of a time trying to get this intake manifold removed. I've got all three of the bolts down here loosened. I don't think that the fuel rail pops off separately. It doesn't look like it does anyways. You know what? Once we remove the cylinder head, maybe the intake manifold will just kind of pop off all on its own. Okay, honestly, wasn't expecting it to take as long as it did, but we've finally gotten it all taken apart. So this group of parts right here are all the things that we need to buy replacements for. I realize some things, like the alternator, for example, doesn't look near as rusty as the water pump does. When it's attached to the engine, it's very rusty. As soon as I took it off, suddenly it looks fine again. I'm just gonna go ahead and buy a replacement. Now, something that I didn't notice at all is a head gasket. There just doesn't appear to be one on there. I'm not sure if that's by design or maybe the Junkyard engine just doesn't come with one. They might not even have one in the store. Who knows? The other thing that we really have to pay attention to is the fact that this is piston numero uno. We can't go into the store and buy piston 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. It has to be number 1. That's the only piston in the entire engine that was bad. Other than that, I think we're good. Oh, I'm probably gonna buy all of the like wear items too, like the oil filter, for example, the belts, maybe the fan. We'll see, right? We'll see once we get down to the store how much stuff we're actually gonna be able to afford. We only have $1,600. Of course, we're not gonna take the truck because it's not going to be able to climb the hill. We're going to have to take our Eagle instead. But this thing, it's been running like a dream, truly. Our oil light is on, but hopefully we'll have enough oil in the engine just to make it into town, and then we can make a quick pit stop at the gas station, see our girl Shirley, and get an extra bottle of oil. You know what? We're probably... Whoa, okay, almost fell off the bridge there. We're probably gonna want some oil and coolant for our straight 6 now as well. Please, God, not like this. Really? Really? Off camera, this thing has been a real champ. Honestly, it has been. Now, as soon as I start recording, it doesn't want to climb this hill. So let's transport my car and myself to town. And all that this thing needs in order to work properly is just some more oil. I'll grab some of that, and we'll be off to the races again, so to speak. You heard me mention using the Eagle off camera, and what I used it for was to get all of our liquor, a hardly knower, out of the forest and delivered just behind the shipping container. And during the last episode, or I should say during the edit of the last episode, I noticed that I left this cash roll just chilling here. So let's see how much we're gonna get. An additional $1,000 Thank you so much, boys. We've got 2,500 bucks just chilling in the back pocket, burning a hole in the thing. And then here is all of our liquor. I'm glad to see that it's still there. We'll sell that here momentarily. I'm just going to use the money we have right now to purchase all of those Toogii Z parts that we need. So that's I-4. Oh yeah, straight 6 stuff was all back here, right? So we need these 2 belts, because again, that's a wear item. They're probably on their way out already. Makes the most sense to just buy brand spanking new. $250 for the crank. That is, it's a bit expensive, but we've got to do it. And then we need a water pump, alternator, valve cover, AC pump. It's interesting. I didn't even really realize that we had air conditioning. Power steering pump. Hoses are technically a wear item as well, but I think those are doing okay for right now. We need a new intake manifold. And then I think, oh, and then the fan too. I want to get a new one of those. I think that's about it. Oh, wait. Oil filter. Where do we get the oil filter at? Is it this one? That says V8. I swear there's like a i6/V8 oil filter. It's not that. Maybe we do just buy this one. Unless she has some in here.
If that car were a horse, you would have to shoot it.
Thanks. I'm working on it. I'll have you know I am working on it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in here either. It's gotta be this one. I mean, that's what it looks like. Yeah, there it is. On the display, it said just V8, but now it says V8/i6. Oh, and then piston numero uno. Actually, almost forgot about that. I'll put that in the back pocket. And hopefully, by the time we get all this loaded up and brought back home, none of it will have fallen out on us. That would be a real chore to track all that stuff down again. I decided to get a belt tensioner and idler pulley as well, just to be, yeah, this guy right here, just to be on the safe side, right? We've got 2 additional bottles of Earl too, and I still wasn't able to find a head gasket, so maybe that really doesn't exist for this Toogii Z. I'm sure real Toogii Zs probably have that. How much coolant we still have over here? Perfect. All right, we are chilling, ladies and gents. Let's get all of this unloaded out the trunk, and we'll start piecing this sucker together again. Starting with the crank. That's going to slot into place right yonder. And then we've got, ooh, all of our pistons over here. The brand spanking new one compared to these old ones does appear to be different. Just slightly. Kind of regretting not buying all of them. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. This is a budget Toogii Z build, as if that's even a thing. Wait a minute, how do these go in? Excuse me? Like that. I've got you. Okay. Why are you spinning? Why is it spinning? I just have 2 bolts left. It's still moving. Okay, we're gonna have to adjust this. Actually, you know what? We're about done with the bottom end anyways, so it doesn't even really matter. Let's grab our Earl pan. It's time to get the head reinstalled. Again, no head gaskets. Couldn't find one at the store. Why are you rotating so much? Would you just relax? Stay straight up and down. Okay, well, I tried. Before we toss our valve cover back on, I want to see if we couldn't hit it with just a little red spray paint. How do we do that again? Oh, no. Why is it just... Really? Why is it just the cap? I really wanted it to be red, man. That could have given us like an additional 5 horsepower or something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It is finally time. Out with the old and in with the new. Hopefully our current transmission will mate up to this okay. I can't say I saw many other transmission options in the store though, other than like the it works, other than like the V8 transmission. Dude, it looks pretty dang good in there too. Almost like it was made for it. Okay, I gotta stay locked in. I gotta stay focused. We need the engine mounts, which I believe are way down there. Might even need the creeper for this. Try to get them as tight as I can. Wait, can we? We can adjust the suspension travel? Why am I just now finding out about that? That's insane. It's not like earth-shattering, game-breaking, or anything like that, but I genuinely had no idea that that even existed. Why did I come in here again? For the creeper. Of course. I'm a little distracted. I'm a little giddy, even. Very, very excited to, why is this? Oh. To drive this thing. All right, that one seems fine. What about this side? There it is. Okay, and then I do think I'm gonna go around to all the struts and just make sure they're fully extended. What? That says 200, right? Am I seeing stuff? I just tried to put oil in the 2JZ, and I did, checking the dipstick. I mean, it's showing full, but this bottle of oil says 200 now. We have extra oil. I guess that's cool. Also, I think that this is a 2JZ. I'm not a big Toyota guy, more of a Volkswagen fanboy, but there's a 1JZ and there's a 2JZ. I believe this is a 2JZ, but then there's also the 2JZ GE and the 2JZ GTE. This, correct me if I'm wrong, of course, down in the comments. I believe this is a 2JZ GTE because it's twin turbski. Again, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Let's hop in the cab, and we'll see if it turns over. Wait, let me just think really quick. Am I forgetting anything else? We did oil. I said I was gonna do coolant, and I didn't check that. The radiator should still have coolant left over, though. I'm not sure why it wouldn't. Let's just unscrew this, drain out whatever's in there currently, and then we'll top it up with some fresh stuff. All right, for real this time. For real. I'm getting real sick of not being able to run whatsoever just because of how hungry we are. We'll fix that. Oh my. Dude. Listen to that sucker purr. Holy cow. It's way deeper. I mean, that's gonna happen, right? Going from a 4-banger to a straight 6, but its tone is so much deeper. I love it. I love it already, and we don't even know if it can move under its own power yet or not. Here goes nothing. Ooh. Okay. Having the suspension lifted like this too seems to have given us quite a bit more body roll. It almost looks like it's hitting a rev limiter at like $5,000 too. Weird. Okay, so it's not fast necessarily. I wonder if we're gonna have to change out. Well, there is that 5th gear thing that we could get too. Holy cow, little squirrely. But I wonder if we're gonna have to change out the differential maybe? Because this is its max speed. That is pedal to the floor. All right, we want to be careful here. Interesting. Yeah, let's make another. Whoa, okay, body roll is insane now. Holy. Let's make a quick pit stop here at the gas station. We'll fill old girl up with some fuel, and we need to fill up with fuel as well. Like I said, we're walking a little slow. I thought it was so funny the other day when we were in there buying our resupply for making moonshine mash, and she was like, "You buy the weirdest stuff." It totally caught me off guard. Completely caught me by surprise. Okay, it's good that our radar detector is still working. You know what? We do still need to actually test the radar detector as well. I'm pretty sure we have to intentionally speed around Sheriff Long Johnson. Otherwise, I don't think the lady in the parts store is gonna give us any money for testing that out. Let's check in with her really quick though, while we're here. Okay, cool. Nothing new. That's fine. That's fine. What about these guys? Diamondback locking differentials, the 5th gear. $1,200, huh? All right. You know what? We can afford that. After we get rid of the rest of our moonshine. Afternoon, boys. Here's 3 crates of lime shine for you. Are you going to approach the counter so I can click on you? There it is.
That's strong.
All right. Good deal. I'm glad you like it. How much money we talking? What? $4,800? Okay, not only are we going to get that 5th gear set, I'm getting the best, most expensive winch. Okay, maybe those other crates were like just close enough to where they would take them as well. Bit of an oopsie, but it's okay. We've still got these 2 crates remaining. Are you gonna take these 2?
Woo! That's strong.
Perfect. I keep checking over here to make sure he doesn't also have another cash roll for us. I cannot believe how much money we just made, dude. $5,800 now. That's got me feeling real good. Okay, so $1,200 for the Diamondback 5th gear set.
How am I supposed to install this if you didn't bring your truck?
What do you mean? Where did I park the... truck's still at the gas station. Yeah, give me a sec, lady. I gotta fill up with fuel, too. All right. Hopefully this is close enough. I also literally only just learned that you can save at these payphones. There's also another payphone up at the Moonshine Still site, which really came in handy. All right, let's try this again. 1,200 buckaroonies down the drain. You already took our money, and it should be installed. Hopefully. Winch and then tires. I really want some better tires for this truck. I mean, odds are the ones that are on it right meow are probably gonna blow. What's our tread depth looking like? Oh, actually, you know what? That's not too bad. That one's still got some life left in her. Other side. Ooh, very good on that one. And this one is about to pop. So rather than waiting until they pop, I think I'm going to remove all of the tires, replace them with a new set, something much better than these, and then we'll take all 4 of these current ones to the junkyard to get a little bit of money back for them. It seems like you can get a hefty penny. Which ones do we get, though? We currently have the AM. So 3-star street, 3-star mud, 5-star rocks, 4-star durability. Can you believe that? Yeah, I'm not buying it. The IND looks pretty good, but not very good on the street whatsoever. Insane durability, though. Let's go TSX. Let's go with the TSXs because those are only, what, $500 a pop? That's the M1000. These are the INDs. They also only cost $500. TSX seems better all around. Seems like a more well-rounded tire. Literally. Because tires are round. So funny. I'll be here all week. I tell you what, this thing's looking like it means business now. But we still need to purchase our 20,000 pound winch for $2,400. which means we're going to have about $100 left over. Well, close to 200, but you know what I mean. There it is. There it is. And then this was... Okay, that's the jerry can mount. There is a spare wheel mount. There were some talks about maybe doing this down in the comments of a few of the previous episodes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that means we would have to also purchase an additional rim for the spare tire. And for that reason, I'm out. Let's stick with the winch for the time being. Probably just goes right there, smack dab in the center. Any bolts? I don't see any. So we should be good. You know what? Let's go test this winch out straight away after we deliver our old tires to the junkyard, of course. This... Oh. Where's he at? Right behind us. Gotcha. We're good. We're good. But this thing just sounds insane now. Oh yeah, and we got that 5th gear. We do have a slightly higher top speed now. I wonder if there's anything else that we could do to maybe improve that. Kind of thinking I should lower the... Oh, did I lose a tire? No, we're good. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should lower the suspension back down just a little too, because that body roll, once it really gets going around a corner, it just kind of takes you away. Like it's really hard to stop the turn now. I'll test it out here. Yeah. Ooh, yikes. Very sketchy. Not going to be good for racing, I don't think. Let's go ahead and cut the ignition. We're going to have to do that more often, I think, with how much louder this new engine is. Hey, Johnny, how much would you give us for those tires? Yeah, it's okay. That's okay. I'm almost having, like, buyer's remorse right now. Oh, we need to make sure we have our lights on, too, so Long Johnson doesn't get mad at us. But I'm almost having buyer's remorse because we had, like, close to $6 grand earlier, and now we barely have $250. And we'll make the money back, of course, with running some moonshine. Speaking of which, let's make another quick, very okie dokie. Yeah, it does not like to turn anymore. We'll make another very quick pit stop after we see if Long Johnson can get his radar jammed. Just trust the process, okay? Trust the process. This is very important. He's gonna have to turn around just to come get us. All right, here he comes. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. As long as the radar thing stopped him from hitting us with radar. You know what I mean? Kind of nervous. Hey, buddy.
You're driving a bit too fast. All right, here's the deal.
Was your radar
I got
working?
another call. Today's your lucky day, all right? You're
yeah.
free to go.
Yes, it
You're
is.
lucky
Thank you.
I'm not pounding this piece of shit.
Really? Dude, we just upgraded it. It's actually a lot better. You should have seen it before. Okay, I'm gonna go see if we can get some money maybe for testing that out finally.
Did you get a speeding ticket?
No.
It sounds like the detector works, but maybe not the whole thing about jamming. You can go ahead and keep it.
Sweet, cool.
I'll have some more things to test tomorrow.
And she's gonna have some more stuff for us to do in the morning. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, now over to the gas station. I'm gonna get a drink. We're gonna start another batch of mash. I'm pretty sure we have an empty bucket on the backside of this building. I don't even remember, dude. The last episode was just a blur. It took me so incredibly long to get all those... what am I doing? What was that? To get all of those flavors of moonshine finished up. We need to get a drink, and then we've got to get our supplies, put that in the bucket before we add the water to it. Shirley, I know what you're probably going to say with me purchasing all this stuff again. I know it's weird, but I got to do it, okay?
You buy so much cornmeal. I
know.
don't understand.
Me neither, honestly, but it's how we make the most amount of money. So I'm gonna keep doing it. You bet your sweet bippy I'm gonna keep doing it. All right, it's time for us to go test out this here new winch we just picked up. If I remember right, he just wanted us to remove these tree stumps. So let's see, we just grab this hook, hook it to the stump, probably just put her in reverse Terry. Oh, or not. Is there a winch button that I should know? Oh, it's R. Ooh, okay, we're kind of getting pulled around here. Hang on, we can do this. I'm gonna hold the E-brake and use the winch with R. Okay, that doesn't seem to be doing it. I bought the best possible winch. Maybe four-wheel drive would help us out. Put her in reverse Terry. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's great. Little stuck at the moment on Jig's staircase leading into his house, which is not great. Oh no. Oh no. Why is that thing spinning like that? And there's the rain. Right on cue. I can't get this. I can't get it to budge whatsoever. I've got to be missing something, right? Maybe we need like our chainsaw. Let me see under missions if it says anything in here. Rip out the old tree stumps. That's all we get. That's all we have to go off of. So what if let's get it real tight, and then we're just gonna floor it in reverse and press R. Nothing. I thought this would be easy. Do we need like a heavier truck? Is this something we actually need the dent side truck for? Or the V8, I guess? I kind of cheated. A little bit. I ran it over. I ran it over, dude. I got so fed up with the thing. I think I did it. I just gotta get that detached now. Then we press G. Were there only 3 here? I did cheat a little bit. I don't know if it's cheating, right? Maybe that's proper procedure. You're supposed to like ram them a little bit. That was the only way I could get them to budge. So let's see.
I'll give you my top secret moonshine recipe.
You will. 6 pounds of cornmeal, 2 pounds of sugar, and 1 packet of yeast with water. The recipe we've already been doing. Jigs, I really do appreciate it, though. It's the thought that counts. How do I put this sticky note down? Uh-oh.
Now if you cut down those dead trees for me and haul away that big old pile of shit behind my house, I'll give you this.
Okay, cool. So we have a new task. I still can't get the sticky note to go away. What even is this thing? Jig's contraption. Looks like a wheel, some shovels. Oh, we've got an alternator right here. It's a water wheel, ladies and gents. This will likely replace our car battery out at the still site. We'll just put this in the creek or something. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what did I was so distracted by the fact that our sticky note was still on the screen. What did he want us to do for that? Cleanup crew. Remove the garbage and cut and haul all the trees behind Jig's house. Remove the garbage. I didn't even know you had garbage. Is this garbage? Are the bucket lids garbage? What are you talking about here, old timer? Behind his house. Oh. Yeah, that checks out. It makes sense that Jigs would have some radioactive drums laying around. And some really big tires and another big piece of junk there. Okay, the trees might take us a while, but I feel like we could haul the other junk out of here no problem. Toogie's running great. We are looking a little light on fuel, but we can worry about that later, you know, when we're a bit closer to E. So I'll drop the tailgate. We'll try to chuck as much of this stuff in the bed as possible and run it on down to the dump. Does he want it at the dump or does he want it taken to the junkyard? We can try both. We can try both. I didn't even realize this until just now. We haven't slept in like days. We're starting to get very sleepy. We're very thirsty, so we're walking super slow, and we have like no sanity left, which makes sense after having just talked to someone like Jigs. I'm gonna try Johnny Junk's place first, and if we strike out here, then it's gotta be the dump, right?
Okay.
Oh, there we go. And we got a couple of bones. He floated us a couple of bones for that. I'll take it. No, dude, I almost collided with him. And now he's pulling us over. Probably for speeding. I don't know if the jammer thing's really working or not. Hey, Long Johnson. What's up? Okay, our excuse is that we're just really tired. Sorry, I'll cut that off too. I know it's kind of loud. Hey, buddy. Hey, so here's...
You're driving a bit too fast. Alright, here's the deal.
I've got another call.
I got another call. Today's your lucky day.
I
all right?
knew it.
You're free to
I
go.
knew it. Yep. Okay, so maybe we are jamming his radar thing after all. That was a close one, though. I really do need to be more careful, especially now that we've got so much more horse puppies underneath the hood of this sucker. Speeding is a lot easier to do now. I think these 3 radioactive barrels should be the last of it. We'll see if Johnny's going to be able to take those off
Put
our
your
hands.
recyclables in the recycling area, then come talk to me.
Okie dokie. Looks like we're going to be going to the dump instead. You know what else we should do just really quick? Is check on our... God, I need to go home and sleep. Check on our 2JZ. See how everything's looking underneath the hood. Honestly, really good. I thought for sure our turbos were at least close to being on their way out. Pistons still look decent as well. Let's check our oil level. Money. Cash. Money, ladies and gents. We'll get these things loaded back up and try the other location. How about right next to the nuke that we had to drop off here as well? Seems like a good enough spot. Still got that same marker out there. Let me check on our missions. Remove the garbage and cut. Oh, cut and haul the trees. Right. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that. But I don't have my chainsaw. So we can finish up Jig's job in the next episode. But I did kind of promise Shirley a long time ago that I would help her retrieve her keys. And now that our junkyard truck, the Diamondback, has a bit more chutzpah, we're gonna try this jump. We're gonna try this jump. What's the worst that could happen? We don't clear it, and then what? We run into the gas pump and it explodes? That's no big deal. I tried to get as far back as we possibly could. Let's see if we have what it takes. Here we go. 2-wheel drive. I think 4-wheel drive might actually slow us down. Overshot it. Overshot it. Here's take 2. A little bit different angle. Uh-oh. Overshot it again. And I heard the radar go off. Where is he? Did we jump over him? Also, is our truck okay? We're good. Let's go. Okay, I think I did it. All we had to do was perform the jump. I guess with our head being out the window like that, we were able to like reach out and grab the keys or something. Shirley, is that all we had to do?
My car keys are stuck on the roof. Don't
That's
ask
not-
why. It's a
That's
long
not all we had to
story.
do. It's a long story, she says. Okay, so what am I missing here? Gas station clerk needs help getting her keys. She says they're on top of the gas station's canopy. That
Will
is
you
all
help?
we have to go off of. Shirley, You bet your sweet Bippy I'll help. Maybe we just need to slow it down a little bit. Maybe we're coming in with a little too much speed, you know? I'm gonna get stuck if I try to go up that way. Let's just keep going the way we've been going. Third try's a charm, right? Isn't that what they say? I'm gonna slow down a little bit right there, speed back up, and brakes. We're good. We're good. I think I see the keys right there. It's gotta be them, right? Nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna put these in my back pocket. I think I'm gonna have to like back all the way up to this edge and drive forward as fast as we possibly can. Otherwise, we'll whoa, let's stick our head out the window. We'll probably tumble off of this building. Oh, and look who's on his way over here. Good. Stick the landing. Could have gone better, but I'll take it. You know what? At least we got Shirley her keys finally. It's been several episodes now since she first asked us to do that, and I just didn't have the means to be able to get it done. But now, ladies and gents, now we've done it. All right, Shirley, I'm just gonna put your keys on the desk right there. Is that cool?
Wow, you're like a daredevil. I'm gonna call you Evil Knievel.
Okay. Sweet. So, like, you wanna, like, go out sometime, or? Okay, cool. That's all she had to say. One of you has been suggesting I wash the truck and buy the passenger seat and then approach her again. Maybe she'll like go for a drive with us or something. I'm not even really sure that it works that way, but unfortunately, ladies and gents, that is where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.